Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rum on the Couch video number 93. Dave here from Manchester Rum Festival, and for this episode I'm going to showcase something that I've heard a lot of good things about, and it took me a while to actually have an opportunity to give this a go, and that was at the London Rum Show 2 weeks ago, and popped over to the Worthy Park stand, and the gentleman, Sergio, really good guy, knows his stuff. My God, he knows his stuff. Very into a lot of different styles, but ultimately has been working with Worthy Park in capacities over the years. And I had the opportunity to try this with him. This is the Worthy Park 109. Now, very intrigued to give this a go. For the main reason why I like my gunpowder, overproof, cask strengths, all the different aromas, different flavors of what a brand that is predominantly focused on the sort of younger ABVs, you know, your 40s to your 50%. So it's always good to see them going into the sort of higher proof profiles. And also, this is a litre bottle, so you definitely know you're going to get your money's worth. But like I say, I've heard some great things, not just from Sergio, but ultimately a lot of people who have never even had Worthy Park before, but were intrigued perhaps from the world of, Pussers, Smith and Cross, going for those more richer profiles of high strength rums. So, toddled over to the Worthy Park stand, had a chat with Sergio, and gave this a go for the very first time, and I then bought a bottle. So this is it. So thank you for the Whiskey Exchange for having these available to purchase. And I'm very looking forward to just cracking this open and sharing my thoughts with you all. So, let's give this a go. On the bottle itself, obviously Jamaica owned, Jamaica made. Never got the opportunity to visit the Worthy Park distillery when I went to Jamaica a handful of years ago now. It was the only one that you could go to that I didn't get around to. Went to Appleton Estate and Hampton Estate, but Worthy Park, we just didn't have enough time. Single estate distilled, aged, blended and bottled, so a true Jamaican rum. On the back, from field to glass, Worthy Park 109 Dark is distilled, aged, blended and bottled on the historic Worthy Park estate. Jamaican owned and made, Worthy Park's truly authentic Jamaican rum embodies the passion and perseverance of a small but strong community. Using only our own molasses with fermentation times up to 3 weeks and distilled in our 100% copper double retort pot still. This blend is composed of a combination of various marks of both our unaged and aged rums. And I can say a good old-fashioned litre bottle. So, weirdly enough, again, we've never actually done a Worthy Park rum on a couch. Again, I thought I actually had some bottles. Turns out I don't. I have to rectify that. I believe I may have done a rum bar rum on the couch. If I did, it would have been the Rum Bar Gold. I know I have a bottle of that upstairs, although it's nearly finished, which may explain, if it isn't on the Rum on the Couch episode list, probably why I haven't done it yet. But either way, Worthy Park as a brand, I haven't got any bottles. I thought I did. I must have finished them over the years. But either way, it's a great showcase. Very little bit different in my mind. Very little bit, you know what I mean? Very different to what Hampton Estate offers and what Appleton Estate. And even the, some of the very old schools and the Clarendons, the Long Ponds, and so on. So, let's give this a go. Got my glass. Nice hefty amount. So, 54.5% in the morning. It doesn't smell like it. It doesn't smell overly rich either. You know, the colour alone makes you think it's going to be a, toffee, molasses, treacle, burnt elements towards it. No, I'd say it's quite ruby. Reminds me of a port. Oh, ruby port. Little thin, dry, not to the point of it's, musty dry, but there's definitely a drier profile coming out of this. Something else there as well. I want to say it's going to be like, wet raisins. Beautifully soaked in the rum itself. or rum and raisin, as you would normally call it. It's a nice inviting aroma to it. Not, like I say, too bold, too rich either. So it's not going to be, oh God, this is going to be a heavy one, you know. Okay, let's give it a go. 54.5% ABV of Worthy Park 109 Dark. That's good. I was just rolling it around my mouth a little bit there. It's very mid-palate. Sort of hits the back of your throat nicely. Doesn't catch you. It's smoother than you'd expect. It's still dry. You know, it's not a syrupy element towards it. It's not too thick. It's bold, yet also actually quite, what's the word to use? I can't think of the word to use, but the rubiness still comes. I'm getting a real port feel to it, you know. There's a lot of similarities. I get that kind of, I don't get the burnt toffee, I get toffee. I get that sort of slight silkiness of caramel. I get the oak elements come through quite nicely. There's something else there, and I can't think what it is. It's going to annoy me now. It's sort of like, I was going to say barbecue. It's not, you know when you get barbecue chicken, like freshly on the barbie itself, and you have that slight carbon element, you know, if it's just slightly more roasted out, there you go, that's the word to use. This is like a kind of roasted element. You know, the actual oak itself feels like it's gained a lot of richness, maybe a nice little char on the inside of those barrels. It's really being drawn out, you know, and impacting itself. And that's not a flavour profile I normally would associate with any of the rums I've had so far in my experience of drinking rum. This is quite a unique flavour profile in my mind. Nothing, especially when it's ABV, you know, this is not anything similar to Pussers, for example. This is quite a very different brand. I'll see from the Jamaicans' point of view, I know that they love their overproofs, you know, Ray Nephew and Rum Bar Overproof. Two very, very good brands, but this is not that. And that's a good thing. It still has that Jamaican funk. Sorry, I've got hiccups. I'm drinking this way too quick. I get a little bit of toffee apple. I've just gone back to it there. I think it may just because it's been opened up a little bit more, but yeah, roasted. And a beautiful roast at that as well. I like that. And that's why I bought a bottle. You know, even I still, as a rum customer, will buy bottles. I'm fortunate enough to get a lot of little mini samples of things to try, but it's nice to have a full-size bottle of something that I know I like. And that's why I wanted to share it with you all today as well. And I can't believe it. I have had Worthy Park expressions in the past on my shelves, but it's a great brand, and I was quite gutted that I wasn't able to get to the Worthy Park distillery all those years ago. But I know for a fact I will. As soon as I get back over to Jamaica, I'll be heading over to Worthy Park and really experiencing, you know, that cane to bottle, what Worthy Park's famous for. So, and this is just another example of what they can do to showcase that Jamaican profile. You know, showcase what the terroir can offer, what their stills can impact for, what the maturation can do, and ultimately what that sugarcane can do. The whole beginning to start a project like this off. Ladies and gents, this is a very, very good shout. Single estate, distilled, aged, blended, bottled, and now it's in my house, ready to be drunk. What would I drink this with? Tropical juice, definitely. Pineapple would work amazingly well with this. You know what, even apple juice, you know. nice, I wouldn't say cloudy apple. I'd say, actually a bit more concentrated. Definitely things like guava juice, you want something a little bit richer to balance up against that. Stratford Soda's tropical will work amazingly well with this, or that mixed berry sort of profile as well. Yeah, there's a couple of ways to do this, definitely. Has it got anything on the... No, has it got any sort of recommended serves on the back label? But this is a rum punch, will work fantastically well. Old-fashioned, definitely. Might just smooth off the edges, that added bit of sugar towards it. I tell you what, that new Monin pure sugarcane syrup that they've got would actually work quite well with this into an old-fashioned. And maybe something like, cherry bitters or smoke and oak. The Miss Better Bitters range from Canada have an amazing smoke and oak bitter. That would really lift up some of my roasted notes as well. So I kind of want to give that a go a little bit later. I've got a bottle of that Monin pure sugarcane upstairs. So that's probably going to be my drink of this evening. Is Worthy Park 109, a little bit of smoke and oak bitters from Miss Better Bitters range, and a little bit of the Monin sugar syrup, just to sort of smooth off that edge a little bit. It's a very, very bold, impactful rum, but ultimately I can see a lot of people getting on board with this. I'm thinking, yeah, Dave said it's smoother. It's not going to be like Ray and Nephew. It's still going to kick you in the face, I feel. Ease your way into this, but this is probably one of the better, more easy, approachable overproof rums out there. So definitely do not discount the opportunity if you ever have the opportunity to buy one. This is widely available now. I picked this one up from the Whiskey Exchange, so do seek it out if you're willing to give this a go. If you have one already, of course, do let me know in the comments what you think, and ultimately what you have had to play around with it into a cocktail, maybe a mixer, or even have food as well. There's nothing wrong with food pairings when it comes to rum. I'm always about a nice little food pairing dinner when it comes to a great rum selection. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in as always, and I will see you all very, very soon for the next Rum on the Couch. We're getting very, very close to that big 100 as well. I'll see you soon.